Hi, Andy.
Hey Jeremy, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good, but could be doing a little better. Could be in Vegas.
Yeah, could be in Vegas. We're here to talk about State Farm's DevOps journey and how we kind of focus a little bit more on operations and some of the wins we got out of that.
All right, let's
All
go to
right.
the slides.
All right. All right. So the name of our presentation is The Ops in DevOps is a Verb. It's not a noun. So next slide, Andy. So State Farm's very large insurance company. We're the 36th ranked company in the Fortune 500 in 2019. Number one auto insurer since 1942 and homeowner insurer since 1964. We offer about 100 different products. We have nearly 19,000 agents and almost 60,000 employees. So we're a very, very large, complex financial institution that offers insurance. So next slide. Give you a little bit of background about State Farm's enterprise technology department. We have nearly 6,800 different employees. Out of that, almost 3,000 of those are actually software and infrastructure developers. We have hundreds of different technologies, Java, mainframe. We've started, building a lot more things with Golang. So just many, many different technologies. Over 2,000 different web applications across so many different platforms, WAS, PCF-based, public cloud, and that's spread across 15 different business areas and 1,200 product teams. So very large, complex systems that all have to interact and talk to each other every day. So a little bit of background. I'm an engineering director within State Farm. I work on the horizontal enablement for enterprise technology, mainly focused on application development lifecycle. And I own the majority of our developer tools and just the developer experience in general. And really, I promote a lot of our CI/CD practices and tools.
Yeah, and I'm a technology manager. I'm in a newly established resiliency engineering area. I see myself as a SRE ambassador. So my primary responsibilities are enabling enterprise site reliability engineering practices for our environment, and I'm also a SRE evangelist.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little recap from our talk last year me and Kevin Odell gave. I'd say State Farm's DevOps journey really started in 2015, and it really started with this value stream map. So this value stream map, we actually hung it up in my boss's office, and it's about 16, 17 feet long. And what we did is we used value stream mapping to really kind of understand our development process. So State Farm really took a heavy interest in how do I get code from my workstation out to production as quick as possible. But I had to start with understanding that process, and it really started with a challenge of my boss on day one of my job was, I need you to figure out how to go from my workstation to production in less than 24 hours. So that was kind of our North Star. Just to kind of recap some fun little stats, 2015, what we found using value stream mapping was about 1,500 hours to get an application out to production. And some of that was actual time. A big chunk of it was wait time. But we found almost 150 steps, 35 different handoffs, many different specialized roles, just to get one production activation. And that can just really slow you down, right?
For
sure. Using the value stream mapping and focusing on the dev side, we were able to take production deliveries from 2-3 weeks down to 2-3 hours, and actually now we can get them down to minutes. So as we kind of start factoring out the number of changes we put out per year, we estimated we were able to go from 175,000 days to only 150 days of time. So it's significant savings, right? Not all that was, people time. A lot of it was waiting, but it really did help us hone in and make some good decisions and some good improvements in our processes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Another thing we did too is, State Farm did that journey we went from projects to products, really, took in the Agile Mindset, really changed how we operated. And, that gave us some significant improvements. It also helped us work closer with business. So, hey, we focused a lot on dev, we focused a lot on products, right? So, with that, everyone gets DevOps, right? Andy gets DevOps, I get DevOps, whoever gets DevOps, everything's perfect. You've read it in a book. We're doing everything great. We get everything out the door quicker. But if you kind of step back, if you want to go next slide, Andy, if you think about, day one, day two, day one, everyone's super happy. We spent a lot of time removing friction from our teams. We've focused really heavily on DevOps lately, or GitOps. So the last year, we've made major investment in GitOps, and that's really made our developer community much happier, much quicker. They go to one set of tools. You're defining your infrastructure as code, and you're placing it with your source code, and a lot of big wins out of GitOps. We've also spent a lot of time on platform enablement. So things like investment in cloud-based platforms, public cloud, heavily baking CI/CD and compliance in these platforms where we can, really helps remove a lot of friction, right? So it's something else, product teams don't have to worry about. Mentioned pipelines. What we've tried to do is position all our strategic platforms to have pipelines. That's the only way you can deliver to production. So as we started enabling GitOps and some of our past work, any strategic platform with State Farm, you're going to have to use GitOps or some type of pipeline to get out to production. So that helps us, adopt the CI/CD mindset. And last on that, we spent a lot of time as a company on developer experience, trying to understand where we can improve their day-to-day life, whether it's better machines, better monitors, making it easier to remove as much friction as possible. I'll say that repeatedly, but that was honestly kind of our North Star on how to get better. So yeah, great. Day one, everything's awesome. Well, you kind of get to day two, and I'm pushing change out, and are we really focusing